space now. We're just minutes away from the launch of a ULA Delta IV rocket from the Space Coast. News 13's Sarah Panko joins us now live from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station with an update. Sarah.
Sharon, the countdown is on. Everything is a go now after engineers resolved a ground system issue that delayed the launch. Originally expected to launch here at about 7:44. Now, the United Launch Alliance Delta IV is positioned at pad 37B here at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. It fueled up earlier today with that expected launch time at 7:44, but again, now the new launch time is expected at 8:18 p.m. On board is a WGS-9 satellite for the U.S. Air Force. WGS satellites provide enhanced communications capabilities to the troops in the field. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the Air Force, so there's actually a logo on the rocket with the number 70 along with the words breaking barriers. Now, the launch window opened at 7:44. Again, there was a ground system issue that engineers resolved, so now the new launch time is 8:18. We have about less than a minute until launch time, so let's go ahead and listen in now on the launch broadcast.
T-minus 30.
Status check. Go Delta. Go WGS-9. Green board.
25.
Flight locket. SRM TVC blowdown.
15.
Rough ignition.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. RS-68A engine ignition, 1. And we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket carrying the WGS-9 mission for the United States Air Force. What a great way to celebrate the Air Force's 70th birthday.
At full thrust. SRM burn profile is also looking good. 20 seconds into flight. SRM chamber pressure is beginning to tail off of max pressure. 30 seconds in.
You are hearing the voice of Patrick Moore providing launch
Mach
vehicle
1
ascent
Delta IV
data.
is now supersonic. Now passing 46 seconds, max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. Vehicle traveling right down the middle of the range track, looking good. RS-68 engine operating parameters continue to look good. Now passing 1 minute into flight, approximately 30 seconds remaining in the solid rocket motor burn. SRM burn profiles continue to look good. Vehicle traveling right down the middle of the range track. Delta IV is now 14 miles in altitude, 32 miles downrange, traveling at 2,200 miles per hour. Standing by for SRM burnout shortly. And we have SRM burnout standing by for solid rocket motor jettison. We have good indication of jettison of all 4 solid rocket motors. 1 minute, 50 seconds into flight. Delta IV rocket now weighs just 1/2 of what it did at launch, burning propellant at a rate of almost 2,000 pounds per second. Upper stage ACS press valve has been opened. ACS tank is now pressurizing to flight levels. Vehicle now passing Mach 5. Delta IV is now 39 miles in altitude, 90 miles downrange distance, traveling at almost 4,000 miles per hour. 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
And there you have it, as they said, a great way to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Air Force with a successful liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket. It was positioned here at 37B at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. I'm getting a lot of tweets here with updates, but everything looks good so far. On board is a WGS-9 satellite for the U.S. Air Force. Now, the satellites provide enhanced communications capabilities for the troops in the field. And again, as I mentioned, this is the 70th anniversary for the Air Force, so there was a logo on the rocket with the number 70 and then breaking barriers with it as well. We do have a replay of that successful launch, so let's take a look.
4. RS-68A engine ignition, 1. And we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV rocket carrying the WGS-9 mission for the United States Air Force. What a great way to celebrate the Air Force's 70th birthday.
At full thrust. SRM burn profile is also looking good.
It's successful.
20 seconds into flight. SRM chamber pressure is beginning to tail off of max pressure. 30 seconds in.
You are hearing the voice of Patrick Moore providing launch vehicle
Mach 1
ascent
Delta IV is
data.
now supersonic. Now passing 46 seconds, max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. Vehicle traveling right down the middle of the range track, looking good. RS-68 engine operating parameters continue to look good.
So everything is continuing as normal, officials just tweeted out. So it looks like a very successful launch here for the ULA Delta IV that was carrying the WGS-9 satellite for the U.S. Air Force. It came a little bit of a rocky start here. There was a ground system issue that was fixed, that engineers fixed. So original launch time of 7:44, and then it got pushed back to 8:18. But successful launch, as you saw it, 70th anniversary of the United States Air Force. So great way to celebrate, and great way for me to, that was my first launch that I've ever seen. So it was really awesome to see that. Sharon?